Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day. I hope my Wi-Fi continues to work because I'm not sure. It's not usually all that great here at my house, but anyways, we'll see. Someone's using my studio today to train some clients, so I thought I would try and do this here, and hopefully it'll work. And if it doesn't, I guess I'll have to do it again. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I don't know what your weather is like, but the weather here kind of sucks. It's cold and wet and yeah, kind of rainy out there, so I'm kind of happy to be inside, but I have to go out again soon. Oh well. Dress warm, right? So I'm doing my usual stuff today, teaching classes and working on my business and learning some new stuff. Um, what I wanted to talk about today was something that gets in the way of a lot of us progressing and doing things that we want, and that is ourselves. We get in our own way. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that and just give you some tips that I find kind of helpful to get out of our way. Hi, Crystal. Glad you're here. So, when we want to try and start something big, it's very normal to think, oh, well, that's just so overwhelming. There's so many things that have to be done, and I don't think I can do it. I don't think I'm smart enough. I don't think I have the resources, or whatever. We just kind of talk ourselves out of even trying, which is a shame because we can do amazing things when we want to do that. Hi, Joseph. So, when you want to start something and you're having those doubts and you're starting to question yourself, you got to stop that. You just have to jump in and start. And that's pretty much what I had to do when I decided to do my studio. And that was a scary thing for me. That was a very expensive thing. Basically, spent my life savings on getting that going. But I wanted to do it so badly, so I was just like, screw it, I'm jumping in, I'm going to figure it out as I go. And that's what you have to do, because you can't figure it out before you start. And you can't think, oh, well, now is not the right time, because if you're thinking now is not the right time, you're probably always going to be thinking that now is not the right time. You're going to be waiting for that perfect time to come along for you to start, and it's never going to be a perfect time. You just got to jump in. Now is a perfect time. So jump in, and you'll be amazed at how the things that you thought were going to stop you and be big issues will just kind of move out of the way because you're moving forward. And once you start moving forward, the great thing about that is that you build up that momentum to keep you moving forward. So the other thing to do is to not try to do everything all at once, because when you're taking on something new, whatever it is, there's going to be lots of things that need to be done, but you can't do them all at once, and that it's tempting to do that. You kind of want to get everything done, get it going, but if you try to do everything all at once, then you're probably going to not do such a great job at everything. You're going to become overwhelmed. So what I did was I wrote down what needed to be done just as it came to my head. Okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. Had a big list and then looked at the list and thought, okay, what needs to happen first in order for the other things to happen? So I picked out that thing. For me, it was getting a loan from the bank. So then you concentrate on getting that first step done. So my connection is weak, you guys. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay on here, but I'm hoping it stays on. Um, I don't know if you guys can even still see and hear me now, but hopefully, so I'm not just talking to myself. So yeah, you make that list and you decide what has to be done in order for the next step to happen, and you do that first step, and then you work through all the steps until you're where you want to be. And this is Ellen. Hi, Ellen. So, there's always going to be things to do, new things are going to come up. Just don't try to do everything all at once. And then, of course, consistency, right? So you have to be consistent, which means every single day you got to be working on your goal. You have to be doing something in order to get closer to your goal. You can't just be like, oh, I don't feel like it today and blow it off. That's not an option, especially if you're going into business for yourself. You now have to show up every day and do the work, because if you don't do it, no one's going to do it, and you're not going to get to where you want to be. So consistency, just having a schedule for yourself, following that schedule, no matter what, it's a non-negotiable. You have to do it. Have your minimum things that have to be done each and every day, so that if you are having a really rough day and you don't have the time to put into everything you want to get done, you have your minimum things that have to be done, and then you can get those done. So the consistency is huge, and also the consistency will allow the momentum to continue. So if you suddenly stop and the momentum stops, then it's going to be tough to get it going again. So the analogy of pushing a car off the side of the road to get it going is really tough. Once it's going, it's easy to keep it going. And if it stops, it's hard to get it going again. So same with your consistent efforts every day to get towards your goal. And then you have to be ready for failure. It's going to happen. It has to happen. If it's not happening, you're probably not raising your bar high enough and you're not going to get to the level of success that you want to get to. So you have to expect failure. It's going to happen, and it's a good thing, you guys. Failure sounds like it's a bad thing, but it's not. It's how you learn. So failure tells you what doesn't work, and when you know what doesn't work, you can try out something different that might work. And if that doesn't work, you know not to do that again, and you keep trying until it works. So failing is a good thing. I tell my participants who are doing my workouts, I tell them all the time, it's like, I want to make you fail. I want you to get to failure so that you've made a difference. You've changed something. If you just breeze through it, nothing's changed. So you got to strive for failure. Sounds weird, but it's really important. And as long as you're learning from the failures, that's the thing. So if you fail and say, oh, screw it, I can't do this, and then you just give up, then that's a problem. But, fall down 7 times, get up 8, right? And then the last thing is realize your influence. You are influencing people. You're helping people. You might not realize that you are, but you are. So what you're trying to do, the message you're trying to get out there, whatever it is, somebody is going to benefit from that. And that's going to help to transform that person. Like, that's really powerful. It would almost be a disservice to not get your word out there and your product out there, or whatever it is that you're trying to get out there. So, realize that you are influencing people. People want to hear what you have to say, and the people that aren't interested, that's okay. There's going to be people not interested. It's not a big deal. But there's going to be a bunch of people who are. So you're helping people out, and that's huge. Hey, Chips. Hey, Stephanie. How's it going? So I'm hoping I'm still on. It's still saying that my connection is weak, but it doesn't say that it's gone. And I just got the thumbs up from Chips by the looks of it, so I guess I'm still on here. So yeah, those are my tips. So the big thing is just, jump in, do it. What's the thing that you want to get done? And I know it's scary. It's going to be scary, but that's good. Feeling some fear is good. Just jump in there, do what you need to do. You'll get it done. And just think of where you're going to end up, right? Because you want to have success, so you need to get out there and do that. You don't want to be sitting here 10 years from now saying, oh, I wish I'd tried that out. I would hate it if I was sitting here thinking 4 years ago, oh, I should have tried opening up a studio, and I'm still sitting here without a studio. So, you gotta go out there, you gotta go for it. And you can do it. The amazing thing is, too, once you start working towards what you want, all of a sudden, people and resources are just going to kind of show up in your world that are going to be super helpful to you. So it's amazing how that happens. When you're ready for the knowledge, it actually presents itself to you. So keep that one in mind. So I got to get going. I think Ellen wants a treat now, so I'm going to go and do that and get ready for my afternoon stuff at the studio. I hope you guys like that. I hope you benefited from it. If you have any questions, just send me a message, and I will talk to you again really soon. Have an awesome evening.